Hi, my name is Hendrik, and this is Bob, the ball python. I'm a professional reptile keeper, and today I'll be talking to you about the 5 tools I value the most in my reptile room. So let's jump straight into it. Number 5 on my list are spray bottles. They come in all different shapes and sizes. This is a smaller one. I just showed you my big 8-liter one, which has water. This one I use for disinfectant. If you have a couple of cages, you can use like a small manual one. But since I work with a lot of animals, these pressurized ones make life so much easier. You can just charge them up and use them for multiple enclosures. This one has F10, which is a disinfectant. And this big one, as I said, has water, so I can just pump it up and go through 5-6 cages without having to reload it or put in some new water. Number 4 on my list are thermometers. Now here again, different shapes, different sizes, but the use of them is the same. Here I have a manual one, and no, this is not to check whether your partner has Ebola or not. This is to check the relative temperature inside your cages, hot spots, cool spots. As you know, reptiles are cold-blooded, so they need heat to stay alive, an external source of heat. They do not produce their own heat. It's basics in keeping reptiles. You want a hot area and a cooler area. This laser thermometer makes that very easy to check, but you can also use one of these cable ones. This one also tells me the humidity, so depends on the use. I'll have these on some enclosures, but I'll still use this one and check around different spots around the enclosure. Number 3 on my list, timers. So this is kind of a old schoolish manual timer that I can set. I set the hour manually. This one as well, but this one has a hydrometer and a thermostat inside, so I can plug in a heat lamp, plug in a humidifier. So this is a bit more high-tech, a bit more fancy, but this will do the job as well. So these thermostats make my life so much easier because I don't have to run up every morning and switch on all the lights, and every evening switch off all the lights. I can just put them on a timer, and every day it just takes care of itself. Number 2 on my list are tweezers or tongs, whatever you want to call them. They also come in different shapes and sizes. So if you want to feed a snake and you don't want to get bitten, I don't really see how you can do it without these unless you do live feeding, which is a whole other subject. But yeah, so I use these longer ones pretty much all the time. More distance, more safety, but especially for venomous snakes, you want as much distance between the dangerous end and your fingers. These smaller ones are very practical for feeding smaller items, smaller snakes, or for invertebrates such as scorpions and spiders. I like having a bit more control. The longer it is, the less control you have over the prey item. And number 1 on my list are hook sticks. Hook sticks aren't only useful for venomous snakes, like this one, which is a baby spitting cobra. Although this is a baby, this snake could still seriously harm me. It still has very potent cytotoxic and neurotoxic venom. It doesn't matter whether it's an adult or not, the venom is still very potent. And I think before we move on to hook sticks, there is one honorable mention: these hex armor gloves. If you're working with venomous snakes, these guys are not 100% guarantee, but they do offer a lot of protection. I've been bitten in them, so I know. And they also give me a sense of comfort working with these potentially deadly animals. Okay, now that I've put the danger noodle away, I can tell you a bit more about hook sticks. Once again, they come in all shapes and sizes. Smaller one, bigger one. I don't have any normal hook sticks around the room at the moment, but both of these are not normal hooks. This is a thick hook, which or double hook, that's how you call it, which I would use on big vipers, gaboons, horned adders, or rhinoceros vipers, or puff adders, also giant snakes, big pythons, for example. This is a smaller hook stick. I just showed you in comparison to a baby spitting cobra. It also has a pinner at the end, which topic for another video. But yeah, hook sticks, all shapes and sizes. They're not only useful for venomous, as I showed you, but also for non-venomous. If you don't want to get bitten, hook sticks are a great tool because ball pythons, boa constrictors, they can be in feeding mode. You can put your hand in and that's how accidents happen. You can use this to either pull the snake out, and once it's out of its enclosure, usually they are very chill to work with, or you can tap the nose with it and kind of get the snake out of a feeding mode. Yeah, so those are my 5 most important or most used, most valuable tools around the snake room. If you think that I left some out or that I made a mistake, please let me know down in the comments. And I'll catch you guys later.
He's wrong. Number 1 is a snake. Look at this baby.